Hello everyone, welcome back to Cedric's Rabbitry. My name is Cedric, a young and passionate rabbit farmer here in Ghana. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the things you should look out for if you want to know a rabbit is active or not, specifically male rabbits. Most of you guys would agree with me that sometimes you would try to breed your female rabbit, but the male rabbit is not acting the way it used to or the way you want it to act, right? So there are some factors which might cause some of these things, and I'm going to share with you guys some of these factors so that you can get to learn something from it. If you are new to the channel, do want to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button if you really enjoyed watching the video. Rabbit farming can be the easiest livestock farming you can ever venture into. But guess what? If your animals are not producing the way you would want them to, then there would be a problem. So how can you solve this problem? One, you need to make sure that you are sourcing your breeders from good farmers. This is very, very important because at the end of the day, you as a farmer would want to start producing and be making money. So if you are not getting good breeders from good farmers, then it means that you are wasting your money on breeders that are not even prolific, right? So always make sure that you are sourcing your animals from good farmers. Now let's get to the factors itself. The first factor is genetic. Now genetics plays a very major role in rabbit farming. Some of you might not understand this when I talk about genetics. So it means that having a rabbit that does not have good traits, right? In terms of breeding, in terms of mortality rate, in terms of um, um, litter sizes and all of that, right? So always make sure that when you are sourcing a good male rabbit for breeding, you need to have the record of the animal you are buying. Okay, now this is very, very crucial. Whenever you want to buy a male rabbit, and you as a farmer, you are the one in person, like on the farm, going to buy it, right? Make sure you ask for some details of the male rabbit so that you can get to understand it very well before buying. Not you buying it, bringing it home and saying that the male rabbit I got is doing this, is doing that. I don't know why the male rabbit is acting that way, and all of that. Now the way you can prevent this is by asking for crucial details when you are buying these male rabbits. Some details like what's their father like, what is the mortality rate of the father, what is the litter size of the father. Now this will help you to understand what you are buying, okay, and you can be expecting some good traits from that male rabbit as well. Second, make sure the rabbit you are getting is complete. Now some of you might not understand this, right? Now what I mean is that don't go for rabbit that has one testis. Now it's very, very important, right? It's very, very, very important, right? So make sure you get rabbit that has good body structure, right? No place has been cut off, especially the testis, because it can bring you a lot of problems, right? No part of the body has been cut off, or else the male rabbit will find it difficult to be breeding for you. Third, the male rabbit is 8 months old and above. Now in Ghana here, since 2018, we've been told that even if a male rabbit is 6 months old, it can breed female. But guess what? It wasn't true, right? It can breed a female, but the possibility that the female will give birth was very, very low. Okay, so make sure that you are getting a good male that is 8 months old and above to give you an excellent job when it comes to mating. Now the fourth factor I want you to look out for is that the male rabbit you are getting is not obese. Now this can be, after you've gotten the male rabbit to your farm, or before you get the male rabbit to your farm. Okay, so sometimes when someone goes to a farm to buy a rabbit, they'll say that, oh, I want a rabbit that's huge, that's fat, so that the kids too can be fat. Right? No, that's not how it works. If a male rabbit has a lot of fat, it will become difficult for him to breed. Right? So always make sure that you have your male rabbit with medium weight or average weight, you know, unless of course you know the type of breed you are going in for. You know that we do have different types of breeds and their average weights. Let's say the New Zealand, the pure breed New Zealand, they can weigh up to, let's say, 5 kg or 6 kg. So that's not obese, but rather that's the average weight, right? By you getting, let's say, this local chinchilla rabbit or this local palomino rabbit, and it weighs higher than a 6 kg, what are you expecting? Right? So you should know the difference. If it's a pure breed, then their average weight can be above 5 kg. But for local breeds, their average weight shouldn't be above 6 kg. Right? There's no way you can tell me that local breed could get to 6 kg in Ghana here. Right? So make sure that you are not getting a rabbit that's, obese and not being able to work for you. Then you are losing a lot of money. The last thing is that make sure the rabbit you are getting is very, very active in terms of playing around. Now, if you have some of these rabbits on your farm, you know what I'm talking about. Some rabbits are very, very stubborn, right? And especially with the males, if you have a male rabbit that's really, really stubborn, even if you want to feed it, it's trying to bite you and all of that, you should keep that rabbit very, very well, because they are the ones that are most protective in terms of kindling and other stuff. But when it comes to the male side, then it means that yeah, it can work for you pretty well, right? So you need to make sure that you are keeping that male very, very safe. Now, before I wrap up the video, I have some good news for you guys. So two of my rabbits just gave birth. One gave birth on the 6th of September and one gave birth on the 5th of September. They both gave birth to 4 kids and they are all doing well. One thing I have noticed was that when they give birth, they put out a lot of fur, right? Now, this is a tip to you guys. Whenever a rabbit gives birth and she pull out a lot of fur, like a lot, right? Don't bother yourself, force feeding or something. No, it will do a thing, right? Because it means that the female rabbit is experienced enough to take care of the kids, right? And so you do not need to bother about force feeding or something. Now yo, it's I think 6 days now, and all of the kids are doing very well. Their affairs have started going in, right? So I'm really, really happy. But one one strange thing is that I have a new breeder, which is the black rabbit, the satin rabbit I have, right? So it was supposed to give birth on the 10th of September, and today is 11th. But one thing was that she pulled out a lot of hair, but did not give birth, right? So I should be expecting her to give birth on the 12th or 13th, right? If she doesn't give birth, then there's something wrong. So I'm done with the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe.